Last time on Hakai, Beerus rescued Oob, causing Majin Buu to make an appearance. Liquor and Tyra continued their battle, Vegeta and Cooler too. Then Goku and his crew ventured into a hidden planet and deep into a volcanic maze to find the primordial beast of this universe. Doubling back to Vegeta, the Saiyan took on Ultra Ego in order to put an end to the skirmish, but does the Elder Prince of the Frost Demons somehow still have something remaining up his sleeve? This is part 16 of an ongoing series and was created by Hakai. Support him and catch up fully using the links below. Frustrated with his foe's latest transformation. Even in his golden state, he can't keep up with a form that makes its user more powerful merely by fighting the battle itself. How could he acquire something like this anyhow? Saying this aloud, Vegeta thinks to himself how he did get this power in the first place. Flashing back to the moment Kakarot would leave to become a god of destruction, the prince understood that the gap of his rival's power and his own would only grow bigger. After all of their back and forth, it seemed more destined than ever for the gods themselves to deem as Saiyan brethren, forever the superior among the pair. Oh, in a way, a fitting end. However, Vegeta knew he himself could do the same. Seeking the help of Beerus and Whis, he begged them to further train him in a way that would go above all limits imaginable. He needed something that could transcend anything traditional training could offer. That's when they mentioned the anti-life dimension. A dimension that works as an antithesis of the balance of the universe that we know. It's like a never-ending dumping ground for all of the worst things. Heat, cold, everything out there was set to the most extreme condition. Not only that, but the climate would change from moment to moment. It worked like a natural drain for the universe to dispose of everything that would have thrown off the natural balance of nature. A place where, at least how we know it, life couldn't possibly thrive. In each moment, it's as if the realm itself was a conscious, sentient being, seeming to try to kill Vegeta in ways only an intelligent creature could design. Of course, he knows it's impossible for it to actually be aware. It was a place that's very nature was to reject all life, and the Saiyan's presence there was against the natural order of that reality. It was here where he spent 2 weeks. 2 weeks without water, food, or even sleep. Not so much as a minute of rest. All the time being tortured by the environment around him. And to make things worse, the oxygen aura Whis enchanted him with was losing its functionality. He was soon going to suffocate to death. The physical and mental limits, together with the need to survive the predatory environment of that place and escape, made him feel the purest lust for destruction. And in that moment, the moment he reached this newest level of power, he unlocked this form when returning from a realm where life cannot exist. A realm where nothing can survive. But he did. And that's why he won't lose to the likes of Frieza's brother. He is the one who represents the lineage of Saiyan royalty. The one who carries the royal blood from the mightiest warrior race in this universe. And that's why he must win this fight. Because he is the proud Prince of all Saiyans. His chest is fractured and he's sent hurtling through space. Cooler wonders. The Prince of all Saiyans, huh? But what about his pride? Since his gestation, Cooler was a prodigy of his race. His father anxiously awaited his birth, knowing that one day he would become incredibly valuable. But his abilities exceeded even King Cold's expectations. Cooler was much more powerful than he could have imagined. Soon, he won great respect in Cold's forces. He was not only prince of his kingdom, but his primary general. No warrior, platoon, or army could oppose him. In the entire universe, there wasn't anyone like the great Prince Cooler. However, his father and brother envied and feared him so much, feared his power. They ambushed him, leading to his defeat. Now that he's finally free after being so wrongfully and unjustly imprisoned, what does he find? The glorious army that he should rule by right in shambles. The universe, his kingdom by right, full of beings superior to himself. Even the cursed Saiyans, albeit so inferior, can now defeat him. This is unforgivable. Having smashed Cooler down to the surface and relieving him of his golden form, Vegeta figures he'll finish this now before the oxygen of this planet depletes completely. He charges one final blast and informs Cooler that it's over. But before he can, Frost Demon comes racing back at him, now in an augmented golden state. He cackles that this is definitely his final and most powerful form. And this energy, even to the Saiyan, is completely surreal. His aggressor can't help but make a comment regarding something the two of them share. Vegeta says he carries great pride from being the prince of all Saiyans. But he too carries great pride in being the crowned prince of this entire universe. Asking himself, he would like to see which prince has the greater pride. Reinvigorated, Vegeta curses that his foe's strength has grown absurdly. This guy just doesn't stop with the surprises. Cracking the planet in half, Cooler bellows to know how long he plans to keep hiding. He knows that attack wasn't enough to kill him. Then springing from the debris, Vegeta wants to know if the Frost Demon had this much power all along. Why hasn't he rebelled against that traitorous brother of his? Face to face, the demon merely remarks that it would be a hassle. After he started training with Frieza, he noticed his own power's evolutionary potential is even more so than he originally thought. It's even greater than Frieza's. From what he's heard, his brother managed to greatly increase his power in a short amount of time. He was able to do it training alone, and having a natural power much smaller than Cooler's. However, the Frost Demon Vegeta faces today had the advantage of not only having a sparring partner, but also having a much higher natural power level. These combined only hasten his progression. With only a few weeks of training, he obtained the golden form. According to Frieza, a state which originally took months to reach. Cooler tried to hide this transformation from his brother, but he's sure he's noticed it by now one way or another. He wasn't very used to hiding his power when the pair first began their reunion. Nonetheless, after a little more training, Cooler managed to go even further. He felt that he could use the golden form for not only his base state, but while using his augmented form as well. That's what he's seeing now. He didn't want to use this transformation because it's an uncertain power to even himself. He wasn't able to use it against Frieza, as he desired to keep it a secret. His intention was to evolve as far as he could with his brother's help, and when he proved no further use, Cooler was going to do away with him, just as Frieza planned as well. Though sadly, this plan has gone down the drain because of the Saiyan here. And now Frieza probably knows everything. His second regret is only not getting to see his face right now. Speaking of whom, with Frieza, Kikuno screams out that he doesn't want to know about the whole size or difficulties. Which is one way to phrase that. Of course, referring to the damage Pikkon caused to the ship when retrieving Janemba. The underling cowers for maintenance to just fix it at once. Stoically staring out into space, the Emperor curses his sibling, almost seeming to expect this in a way. He ponders about the implications of Cooler managing to make it to this point. Battle. Cooler grunts that now he has to eliminate Vegeta quickly, so he'll still have time to take out Frieza. But the prince warns him not to get too excited. He still hasn't reached the maximum potential of this transformation. With the battle raging on, and Cooler revealing yet another twist in this seemingly never-ending battle. Just how long can Vegeta hold out in his Ultra Ego form? Will he hit his breaking point like in the original series? Or does this transformation have power? We've yet to see.